Hey guys, this is laggynewbie, and this is going to be another commentary video. This time it's going to be about using the L tag and jaw weapons while playing on the crash site game type. Before I get started, I want to let you guys know that I'm working on more Crysis 2 videos. I have a ton of backlogged footage that I can't put on YouTube yet because I don't have the hard drive space. It takes like tons of gigabytes of hard drive space to make these videos in HD, and the new hard drive hasn't arrived yet. So once that comes, I'll definitely be throwing a lot more stuff up on YouTube. I have more jackal kills recorded than I know what to do with. I plan on putting out a power module analysis as well as a stealth module analysis. So look forward to that, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I appreciate it. This is the loadout I'm going to be using because I know everyone's going to ask. I'm going to be using the L tag, obviously, and for my secondary weapon, I'll be using the M12 Nova, but this is just a personal preference. I'll be using the jaw. I'll explain later in the video why I like the jaw better than the grenade. I'll also be using energy transfer just because there's no real alternative for this type of build. Stealth enhance just for the greater time spent in stealth, and side pack because you don't really get that much ammo with the L tag, plus having two jaws is just awesome. The key to being effective with the L tag is to finding the right range and location to attack a crash site from if you're playing crash site. Right here, it's a little bit too close to the crash site, meaning attack from the bridge. It's kind of a busy area, so I have to relocate, and I'm going to actually move to this crashed boat over here, which hardly ever gets used except for maybe by a sniper. It's really an underused spot. It's like perfect for where the crash pod landed. There's like kind of a tree in the way, so you're not going to look over here, but I have like free reign over that spot and actually get a kill right there. One thing you have to remember, which I'm sure all snipers know, is people can see in the kill cam where the shots are coming from, so someone will eventually come for you. You can't get too attached to a spot. You always have to be ready to move, and you always have to be watching your radar for someone to come and kill you. For instance, right here, some guy I killed is coming to end my party. I actually lose him, but I find him again and get the kill. But I was staying too long in that spot anyways, it's time to move on. I carry the jaw instead of grenades because of two reasons. One, in Crysis, when you prime a nade, which is when you grab it but you haven't thrown it yet, it takes you out of stealth, and if you try to stealth while you're priming, it actually throws the nade, which can really screw you. And then the second reason is if you have a grenade in your hand, like you primed it but you didn't throw it and someone kills you, the grenade doesn't go off. In other games it would go off. So for those two reasons I like the jaw better, and for this build you have the side packs, so you have two jaws, it makes it even better. In this situation I actually don't have the horizontal space I'd like, so I'll use the vertical space of this mall instead. It's going to be the same thing in this situation. I'm in a bad spot. I mean, I'm out in the open, anyone can gun rage me, so I'm going to use the vertical space of this building. There's actually a guy camping up here. The first shot misses, the second one I bounce off the wall and it lands right next to him and I get the kill. His spot's actually a pretty good spot to be covering that crash site from. You can aim right down at it. It's actually really hard to fire a jaw on flat ground, and if you try to jump to get the air while you're falling, the jaw will it'll actually hit further down than you think it's going to go, so you have to compensate for that. But this isn't actually a really good spot to be hitting that crash site from, so I'm going to climb up over here and try to get some height on it. This spot over here actually isn't used very often, so if you can make use of it, try. So I'm going to be raining down shots now that I can actually see where they're going, and I get a kill right there. I wouldn't normally go in the crash site with an L tag, but my team's behind, so I come in to help. So what I'm going to do is lay down some suppression fire right here for anyone that spawns on the other side of the mall. They're going to see a wave of L tags and not exit the mall. Someone actually does get in the crash site zone, so I have to actually leave the crash site zone to shoot into it, but I get a kill right there. If the L tag lands within like 6 feet of you, it won't go off, so it makes it impossible to try to kill someone on top of you with it. I'm just gonna get a random neck snap right there, no big deal. It's just really awesome having two jaws, because you'll find usually after you fire your first jaw, someone starts shooting at you, and just to have a second one that switches really quickly too, it's just fun. Also, if you're just starting out with the L tag, it's good to actually just take random shots at crash sites. You don't have to see where they're going, just firing in that direction. You can't get lucky unless you try. Right here, I don't know where these L tags are going, but I get a random kill anyways. And on this map, it actually is kind of difficult because most of the time you're going to be below the crash site, which is harder to, see where your shots are going. But as long as you're spamming it, you're scaring the enemy. They don't want to stay inside the crash site, and you might get lucky. And I get lucky here again. This is just another instance of why I like having two jaws. Notice how quickly it switches to the second jaw. It's a really quick switch time. In this situation, pay attention to how far the L tags bounce. When I fire it almost straight down, it almost has no bounce, and then as I get further away, the bounce gets greater and greater. And I eventually get a double kill right there. I'm going to see a guy up here on the cement. I'm going to see his shadow because he's stealth. And he's going to be hiding behind a crate, so I have to bounce the L tag perfectly behind the crate to get the kill. And there's the perfect bounce to get it. You can also bounce L tags off the crash pod and get kills that way. Which I'm going to do right here and get the kill. If the crash pod lands at this site on this map, you almost always want to climb this building because it's like guaranteed jaw kills. They're real easier firing straight down on someone, but someone fires at me from way over there. My first L tag actually lands right next to him, probably scares the crap out of him, and I get another kill right here. But this is way too close to a crash site. Anyone can gun me down right now. You have to get away. This, however, is like the perfect distance for the L tag. It's like almost at max range. No one's going to be shooting me. No one's going to come over here and leave the crash site to kill me. And I'm actually going to get a double kill right there, and then another double kill right there. So that's 4 kills in like 2 seconds. Overall, the L tag is a fun weapon, but you really have to be playing crash site to get the most out of it. Any other game mode, and you'll find that you're more effective with a gun because you'll be meeting people face to face much more often.